Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to another video. It has been quite a long time, and just my real life, everyday work schedule usually gets in the way, because not only have you got to film these things, you've got to edit them too, and that can sometimes be a bit of a mood killer when all I want to do really is just get flying the things. So we are here in the Piaggio Avanti. And we're joined by an Osprey over there, which is fantastic. We're flying here in London Southend, and we're headed up to Stornoway. A nice long flight. Yeah, this is the FFX Piaggio. Which is brilliant. The registration we've got there, Golf Bravo Romeo Lima Oscar, is a Piper Tomahawk registration that I used to fly when I did my first flying lessons, and so we thought I'd just stick that one in there, because the only liveries that come with this package are the sort of default ones. They are blank, there are no registrations on them, so just customise it and add your own. And I thought, well, let's have a brand new British registered Piaggio Avanti. So we're going to get us started, because there's a bit of air traffic control on line 2. London South is on, and although at the minute he's just observing, so we're still in Unicom for now, and we'll get ourselves fired up. So first things first, I'm just going to get rid of the yoke. Little EFB here too. Some excellent little features here. Close the luggage door. Before we close the passenger door, we're going to just double check our loads for this flight. So we have got, we're going to have to, at the minute, the current status of the plane, we're talking, this is the 8th of February, is that it doesn't have a way of changing the weights and loading in the on the EFB like you'd expect in some other add-ons. You've got to go through the main sim menu to start with. So we're going to need 977 kilograms, so that's going to be of fuel, which is going to be roughly about 1,000. So let's go for a ton of fuel. That'll bring us up there. That's a nice round number. And we are carrying on board, we've got 6 passengers, so payload of 600 kilograms. So payload, there it is. Load her up. 600, as close as we can, 600. Make it. They are bang on the money. So we're all set to go with weights and things. The flight plan itself can be inputted through the little FMS down here, which we'll get to shortly. So first things first, making sure I've got all these little lights on here. So I'm going to turn the battery on. I've got some preset views here I just snap to. Battery on. Nice floodlights here. Position lights on. I'm going to set the COM one. Close. Got some lights as well we can put on. Door light there. Got a, I think we're cabin light as well. It's a flight deck light. And a cabin light. Is there some cabin light? There we go. Really nice looking cabin. Got a sort of business attire set up here. Looks good from the outside as well. So there it is. We are currently not on Unicom. I'm going to just put avionics on fully and tune 122.80. Oops. There we go. We're on 122.8. While I'm here, I'm just going to set my pitch trim. That's the pitch trim clacker. Set that nose up. Slap that in the middle, that will do. Just so we're not draining the battery, go on the index. If we go on the second page, settings, we can now switch on ground power, which is really handy. Osprey, he's off to Jersey. I'm intrigued that down here, I'll just put some hydraulics on if it's going to work. The engine driven they are as well. I wonder if electric driven flaps, always set the flaps to mid. We can look at the canard here and we'll see if it goes up. It does, brilliant, so electrically. And up the flaps go. That's the indication on there. They're up. I don't know why they're always set into mid. We're now going to just insert our flight plan. So we're going to go to the index again. We're going to go to route menu, flight plan recall, and it will upload our flight plan. There we go. Southend, Stornoway, alternate of Manchester. Execute. And our route's in there. And I'm just going to see if that's position is. So we'll set our position to that. There we go. There we've set. Flight number is Golf Bravo Romeo Lima Oscar. I will put that in there. Weather-wise, I'm looking at my iPad here. It has all the METARs 160. So in theory, it should be runway 23 that we should be using rather than 05. Oh, and London Centre is on, so I will have to request clearance properly.
Control, London Control, good afternoon.
So initial altitude out
climbing 5,103.
Oops. Scroll. Oh my goodness. Take it slow.
London Control.
Correct. Got so far with that sentence.
Okay, two stations. First of all, Clipper 101, London Control, hello, climb now, flight level 70, route direct Compton, Charlie Papa Tango.
London Control, good evening, Cat 1 Victor, Whiskey Super, passing 280, descending 250 inbound, Logan.
Cat 1 Victor Whiskey, London Control, hello, route direct Lambourne, descend flight level 160.
Be straight ahead to 1,500 feet.
Direct LAM and descend to 160, Cat 1 Victor Whiskey Super.
FNAS is what we do.
Easy straight Romeo Foxtrot, descending to 17,000 to 7.
Easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot, London Control, hello, descend flight level 160, and it's the Kurnav 1 Golf arrival for Gatwick.
Kurnav 1 Golf arrival for Gatwick and descending 160, easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot.
Beaver 48 Golf, contact Brussels 131.1.
Brussels 131.1, Beaver 48 Golf, thank you.
Thank you, and KLM 1001, you with me?
1001, do you control east arrival?
KLM 1001, London, hello, descend now flight level 150, fly heading 270 degrees.
Descend to flight level 150, fly heading 270 degrees, KLM 1001.
Based on the map I don't, but I cover Heathrow top down, so I'm getting you early for that. At Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, flying 260 degrees.
Heading 260 degrees, Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey Super.
Fox 4591, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80,
G54 Delta Bravo, London Control, squawk 6030.
6030, is U54 Delta Bravo.
Griffin 8 Charlie Quebec, reduce speed to 180 knots, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, just monitoring Griffin 8 Charlie Quebec.
Thank you, Shuttle 141, descend flight level 80.
Please.
Send 80, Shuttle 141.
039 Lima, just waiting for you to pass the departure corridor, stand by.
Okay, no worries, sorry.
Landing control speed 1310 at flight level 05.
Beaver 1310, London Control, hello, climb now, flight level 130.
Climbing to flight level 130 for speed 1310.
Jet 289 London, squawk 7312.
London Control, good afternoon, Fuel 173 Alpha,
362.
Speedbird 173 Alpha, London Control, hello, climb now, flight level 260.
Climb now, flight level 260, Fuel 173 Alpha.
London Hello, Golf Bravo Romeo Lima Oscar, Piaggio 180, information Alpha at Southend. Request Alpha clearance to Stornoway, please.
Golf Bravo, Romeo Lima Oscar, London Hello, cleared to Stornoway, Brookman's Park, preferred departure route, maintain 4,000 feet, squawk 2703.
Brooklyn Spot departure directly to Stornoway, maintain 4,000 feet, squawk 2703, Golf Bravo Romeo Oscar.
Golf Lima Oscar, correct, expect 23 obviously, and call me for taxi.
Expect 23 and call for taxi, Golf Lima Oscar.
And looks
that
like
was quick.
591,
So,
I've read the chart, so it looks like you're too high to be at gap P at 6,000. Our vectors are okay for 0491?
Just follow the lateral arrival and expedite descent down to flight level 70, please. Don't worry about the vertical elements at the moment. I'll call you back for that.
Roger, expedite
Oh my
descent to
god.
flight level 70
Right.
looks like 0491.
Small things I'm disliking about this is that.
Speedbird 1310, route direct dagger.
Redirect to Daga, first way
Just going to
100.
get rid of that yoke as well.
LM1001, speed 250.
And
Ready speed at 250 knots, KLM 1001.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, speed 300 or greater.
right, we are
300 or greater,
door shut.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
Easy 54 Delta Bravo, Hemel 1 Bravo, arrival, descend now, flight level 220, level by
Turn right
Hemel.
off.
Hemel 1 Bravo, descend flight level 220, level by Hemel, easy 54 Delta Bravo.
Clipper 101, monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
So,
Qatari
call
39 Lima,
for
turn left heading 220
taxi.
degrees.
Left heading 220, Qatari 39 Lima, just confirm restricted speed.
Speed's all yours.
Free speed, thanks, Qatari 39 Lima.
Right,
F8 Charlie Quebec,
there.
no ATC speed, contact tower 124.230.
We'll start the right engine first. So
Thank you.
ground on
Stand by, Lufthansa 9 Foxtrot, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
fuel down to main.
Speedbird 1310, climb flight level 290.
Oops, it won't go out because there's no fuel.
Climbing to flight level 290, speed 100.
Tower 39 Lima, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3000, Qatari 39 Lima.
Lufthansa 9 Foxtrot, right turn 050
Stop.
degrees, cleared ILS 08 right. Easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot, fly heading to 85, vectors ILS 8 right.
And we're going to do noise reduction
Flying
once
heading
the engine
35
started.
0 right, easy to remove. Posture.
Tom Jet 289, Elvis 1 Mike arrival, hello. Sorry, 39 Lima, left heading 180 degrees.
Left heading 180, thanks, Qatari 39 Lima.
Open
Luxair
the fuel
4591,
valve.
descend to altitude 4,000
Main
feet,
fuel
city
valve.
QNH 1020.
Starting one.
Descend 4,000 feet and
Buffett to
QNH to 1220, Luxair 4591.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, descend flight level 80.
Descend to flight level 80, Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
And the ground
KLM
crew will be dead now.
1001, turn left heading 225.
So we shall just put it on
Left turn
the
heading 225,
gens.
KLM 1001.
Just vectors for sequencing, I'll put you back on shortly.
Index, let's get
Shamrock
rid of
4410, direct lam, flight level 320 with you.
Shamrock 4410 London, hello, you'll be leaving my please, bye-bye. Lever 1310, leaving my space, monitor Unicom 1228 today.
Off Unicom, thank you so much for the AC, speed 100, bye-bye.
54 Delta Bravo, leaving my space, monitor Unicom 1228 today.
128, easy 54 Delta Bravo, bye.
Okay, and while we're on it, just going to
London
stall heats
controller,
on.
easy 177 kilo with you, flight level 150.
Not sure why that's not working.
Easy 117 kilo, sorry, easy 177 kilo, London control, hello, stand by, brake Qatari 39 Lima, left
Hydraulics
050
on,
degrees.
bleed on,
When established, localizer 9 left, descend on the glide.
on,
Thanks mate, just got it in time, left heading 075 and when established descend about, Qatari 39 Lima, thank you.
and we are flaps
Make the
mid.
headings up then, shall we? Okay, never mind. Lufthansa 9 Foxtrot, speed 160 knots to 40 ME. Shuttle 1481, turn left heading 290 degrees.
Left 290 degrees, shuttle 1481.
Tower 39 Lima, tower 118505.
118,505, thanks, Qatari 39
Do
Lima.
speed on
Clear 4591, vectors RLS 09 left, fly heading 270 degrees,
change
and speed 180.
165, because that's what we need to climb to.
270 degrees and speed 180, Luxair 4.
And what we will do is, obviously, which I've forgotten to do in Perfin in it,
Tom Jet 289,
we've got
level
6
320.
passengers on board, just do that there.
Under 289 London Control, hello, Elvis 1 Mike arrival.
level
Level 1 Mike
360,
arrival,
that's what we're set for.
Shuttle 1481, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1020.
5,000 feet, QNH 1020, shuttle 1481.
A-line 6 Lima Charlie, route direct to Elmis.
Directing Army. 46 Lima Charlie.
Luxair 4591, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet, Luxair 4591.
LM1001, descend flight level 110.
Flight level 110 for KLM 1001.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, turn righting 270 degrees.
At 5.
Right, 270 degrees, Etihad 1 Victor
And
Whiskey.
setting temperature 5 degrees.
Panther 9 Foxtrot Tower 12430, schönen Abend noch.
Execute.
Cheers. Easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot, left heading 270 degrees, speed 220.
6000 feet. Left heading 270 and speed 220 for 28 Romeo Foxtrot.
Airline 2 Papa Juliet, London Control, hello, route direct of Vabic, climb flight level 210.
Which is quite nice. And I'm going to stow the
Vabic 210, Beeline 2 Papa Juliet.
And 2 Papa Juliet, route direct Vabic.
Road direct Vabic, Beeline 2 Papa Juliet.
Line 6 Lima Charlie, looks like your altitude's deviating there. Just confirm maintaining flight level 140 on standard pressure.
Yeah, we'll try and maintain 140 for us, Charlie.
Exclude 173 Alpha, leaving my space, Unicom 1228, bye.
Unicom 22.3 for 170 Alpha, thank you.
My pleasure, take care. And KLM 1001, turn righting 270 degrees, descend to flight level 80. Correction, flight level 90.
Right turn 270 degrees and descend and maintain flight level 90, KLM 1001.
Golf in Roscoe, Southend, request taxi.
6 for Beeline 2 Papa Juliet.
Oh man, I was on it.
With two stations, the Lima Oscar, I will call you back. Break, Beeline 2 Papa Juliet, sorry, say again.
Road direct Vabic, confirm.
Correct. And sorry, Lima Oscar was ready for taxi.
Ethan.
Golf Bravo, Romeo Oscar, roger, taxi holding point Alpha 1, report ready.
Taxi holding point Alpha 1, report ready. Golf Lima Oscar.
Easy 177 kilo, squawk 4221.
Here we go, taxi light on. And
4221, easy 177 kilo.
We're ready to go.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, what speed should we maintain?
Well, the last speed I gave you, 300 knots.
Oof, that's pretty nice.
Right, it's a lot, 5,000, but okay, 300 Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
It's a lot, but you've got an aircraft behind you, so do it, please.
Oh dear.
Good grief. Tomjet 289, monitor Unicom 1228.8, sorry, 122.8, good day.
Oh dear. Controller's having old
Hard
satellite
work.
feelings.
Tomjet 289, monitor Unicom, break, easy 177 kilo, descend flight level 80.
This is Sam James, what a ledge.
Descend 80, easy 177 kilo.
Grief. Shuttle 1481, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, speed 180.
3,000 feet, correction, speed 180, shuttle 141.
Easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1020, easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot.
Ryanair 2 Romeo, Ryanair 2 Foxtrot Yankee, monitor Unicom 1228, good day.
Oh dear.
Power to Unicom, Tomjet 289.
Control Beeline 2 Papa Juliet, confirm Vabic, Victor Alpha Bravo India Kilo.
Correct.
It's very funny, this. It's very funny.
A 360 degree turn to
We all make
Vabic,
mistakes on
Beeline 2 Papa
It's always
Juliet.
good to double check though. And make
Victor
sure.
Alpha Bravo India Kilo, it's on your flight plan.
Vapid.
Lux Air 4591, right heading 360
It's
degrees.
supposed to be headed east. Vabic is south, I believe.
Right heading 360,
Line 2 Papa Juliet, just fly heading 095 please until you figure out where the hell you're going.
I love this.
Shuttle 1481, right heading 120 degrees, and 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 08 right.
Repeat the heading, please, your block, shuttle 141.
120.
Right, 120, cleared ILS 08 right, shuttle 141.
My job is so much harder when people don't know a clue what they're doing. Easy 2 Romeo Foxtrot, set to altitude 5,000 feet.
Descend 5,000 feet, Romeo Foxtrot.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, showing 200 feet low. Have you got standard pressure set? You should have 1013 on your altimeter.
Yeah, I don't know why it changed by itself. Yeah, it should be pressure standard now at Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
Thank you.
Okay. London Control, Golf Lima Oscar, ready for departure. Hope we're ready to know what to do.
6,000 feet.
Oh no!
Shuttle 2 Juliet London, hello, maintain 6,000 feet, you have traffic above you.
Roger, maintain 6,000 feet, shuttle 2 Juliet.
Golf Lima Oscar at Southend, ready for departure.
Golf Bravo, Romeo Lima Oscar, roger, runway 23, clear for takeoff, wind 1605.
Keep takeoff, runway 23, Golf Bravo Lima Oscar.
Thank you, KLM 1001, speed 220 knots.
Here we go.
Speed 220 knots, KLM 1001.
Luxor 4591, turn right heading 050 degrees, cleared out less 09, and
Let's
send to
try
2000
not to
feet.
annoy the
That's
controller.
2000.
Clear about 0 degrees, cleared out last round 09, Luxor 455.
D28 Romeo Foxtrot, turn right heading 050 degrees, and report localizer established 08, right?
Turn right 050 and we'll report the
So we
localizer.
took 1,500 and
We
Easy 177 kilo, expect ILS 08 right, and flight level 70.
Expect ILS 08 right and descend 70, easy 177 kilo.
A-line 60 Lima Charlie, turn flight level 80.
Turning 806 Lima Charlie.
Shutdown 2 Juliet, there's no ATC speed restriction, and further climb in a couple of minutes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and full prop.
Another good evening, Easy 901 Victor Golf, passing control 600, climbing 6000.
Let
Easy
that
9 Victor
settle.
Golf, landing control, hello, climb now, flight level 230.
Now, level 230, Easy 901 Victor Golf.
Sync the heading bug. We will have heading as well.
London, hello, Stuart 41 Hotel Alpha with you, descending flight 160
let's
to be delivered
go.
Sabre, 319 information whiskey.
Takeoff.
Stuart 41
Just
Hotel
don't let the
Alpha,
talk
landing
get too
control, hello,
much.
descend flight level
Don't
160,
get in the reds.
expedite until
There we
reaching,
go.
please, and maintain to 70 knots.
We expedite until reaching 160 at 270 knots, Stuart 41 Hotel Alpha.
We're currently on top of a few airplanes that are just coming in the airspace in a bit of a messy
This is-
fashion, so I'll try and separate you guys
There
as
we are,
much
we're
as
up.
possible, just bear with me.
Gear up.
Yeah, that's understood, no problem, Stuart 41 Hotel Alpha.
Thank you, and Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, speed 220 now, please.
Speed 220, Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
Good evening, Singapore 318 Super, approaching flight level 200, inbound Sabre.
4318, London Control, hello, turn left heading 240 degrees,
No flaps up
and
there.
maintain flight level 190.
Left 240 and maintain 190, Singapore 318 Super.
41 Hotel Alpha, turn right heading to 280 degrees.
Heading 280 degrees, Stuart 41 Hotel Alpha.
Austrian 455 Delta with me. Singapore 318, maintain 300 knots or greater.
300 knots or greater, Singapore 318 Super.
Q, Shuttle 1481, Tower 124230, good day.
14230, Shuttle 1481, good evening.
Q, easy 28 Romeo Foxtrot, 10 to altitude 3000 feet, cleared ILS 08 right, speed's all yours.
73,000 cleared for the ILS 08 right, speed to mine, easy 2 Romeo Foxtrot.
U177 kilo, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, easy 177 kilo.
Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey, descend to altitude 4000 feet, QNH 1020.
Descending 4000, QNH 1020, Etihad 1 Victor
1,000
Whiskey.
to go.
Shuttle 2 Juliet, climb now, flight level 180.
180, Shuttle 2 Juliet.
Lovely. Beeline 2 Papa Juliet, you found Vabic in the right direction now?
Apologies, there's something wrong with my Phoenix, but we are on track now. Below to Papa Juliet.
Okay, direct Vabic then please, thank you. Shuttle 2 Juliet, Monitor Unicom 1228, bye-bye.
Monitor Unicom 1228, thank you very much, goodbye.
Pleasure. Golf Lima Oscar, you live in my space, Unicom now. Actually, stay with me actually. Golf Lima Oscar, climb now, flight level 70 and route direct to Poton.
Climb now, flight level 70 and direct Toton, Golf Lima Oscar. Right then.
Etihad 1 Whiskey, turn left heading 190 degrees.
70.
Left 190 degrees, Etihad 1
Toton.
Victor Whiskey.
Poton.
If you at Romeo Foxtrot, Tower 124.230.
142, thanks for your help, have a good evening.
You too, Beeline 2 Papa Juliet, contact Brussels on 131.1.
And I'm going to change to 165.
Brussels 131.1. Again, apologies for whatever that happened. Beeline to Papa Juliet.
Talk up.
2 Papa Juliet, sorry, they're closing. Just go to Unicom now, please. Have a good day.
Unicom, Beeline to Papa
Freeze
Juliet.
there, 165.
LM 1001, turn flight level 70.
Descending to flight level 160, Airbus A380. Good evening.
KLM 1001, turn flight level 70.
Flight level 70, KLM 1001.
Austrian 455 Delta, London, hello. Speed 300 knots,
that's a
please,
bit of
and maintain
vicious.
until advised. Descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80 and repeat the speed, please. Austrian 455 Delta.
300 knots or greater, please. Brake, Singapore 318, turn right heading 270 degrees, speed 3, correction 290 knots indicated.
Say get a heading for Singapore 318.
270.
Right heading 270 and speed 290, Singapore 318.
Jet 1 Victor Whiskey, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend 3000 at Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
Easy 177 kilo, turn left heading 295.
Left 295, easy 177 kilo.
Q Austrian 455 Delta, fly heading 270 degrees.
This gets us up to 250 knots
Heading
if we can.
270, 457.
David 41 Hotel Alpha, turn left heading 270 degrees, speed 250.
Left 270, speed 250, speedbird 41 Hotel Alpha.
United 1 Victor Whiskey, left heading 120 degrees. When established on the localizer, 09 left, descend on the glide, speed 180 knots.
Alright, we'll try mounting 180, we are clear for the ILS 09 left and we have descend via glide slope. Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
LM 1001, turn left heading 220 degrees, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Left turn heading 220, descend and maintain 4,000 feet, QNH 1020 for KLM 1001.
Easy 447 with you at flight level 240.
Easy 447, London Control, hello, expedite descent now please, flight level 80, Tebra 2 Golf arrival.
Expediting to flight level 80, the Tebra 2 Golf arrival, please, sir.
Correct, FM, landing 08 right.
Tebra 2 Golf 08 right, thank you, 47.
That's all a bit of fun. Gone in the cabin, no lighting at all. Can I control that from here? There's
Kilo 703 on the Bravo Papa Kilo 6 Juliet departure.
River 703, London Control, hello, maintain 6,000 traffic above you.
From here, will these things... Yeah, it's fine. Leave for now.
Shuttle 6 Delta, London, hello, climb flight level 380, climb now.
We'll wait until outside of
Climb
the
380, Shuttle 6 Delta.
London airspace.
Tier 1 Victor Whiskey, descend altitude
Fiddle
2,000
with
feet
the
further on the
lights in the
glide.
cabin.
Descend to 2000 further on the glide, Etihad
We're
1
about
Victor Whiskey.
250.
Yeah,
Easy
actually we are
177
descending
kilo,
right now
left
on the
heading
glide.
280 degrees, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Left 200 and descend 3000, QNH 1020, easy 177 kilo.
The heading was 280.
280, sorry, easy 177 kilo.
Thanks, line 6 Lima Charlie, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1020.
76,000 feet, QNH 1020, 6 Lima Charlie.
Thank you, Stuart 4 Hotel Alpha, turn left, actually heading 240 degrees.
Heading 240 degrees, speedbird 41 Hotel Alpha.
Singapore 318, descend flight level 130, and good rate please.
Descent flight level 130, Singapore 318.
I did 1 Victor Whiskey, Tower 124.230, good day.
1
Oh, Etihad 1,
second, the frequency Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey.
it's 118505.
18505 Etihad 1 Victor Whiskey. Thank you very much.
KLM
Bye-bye.
1001, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, left heading 120 degrees to establish. KLM 1001, descend altitude 3,000 feet, left turn 120 degrees to establish on the localizer, 09 left.
6,000 feet, we'll establish on a localizer, KLM 1001.
Easy 177 kilo, no ATC speed, it's all yours.
No ATC speed, easy 177 kilo.
There's the traffic there.
Speedbird 41 Hotel Alpha, descend flight level 140.
140, speedbird 41 Hotel Alpha.
Shuttle 6 Delta, Monarch Unicom, bye-bye.
Accompanying traffic.
Unicorn,
There he is.
6 Delta, bye-bye.
LM 1001, no ATC speed restriction. Easy 177 kilo, turn right heading 050 degrees, cleared RLS 08 right.
050, cleared 08 right, easy 177 kilo.
Easy 447, fly heading 270 degrees.
270 degrees.
Austrian, Singapore 318, speed 220.
Speed to 20, Singapore
Plane's getting pretty close.
And Speedbird 41 Hotel Alpha, speed 220 knots.
220, speedbird 41 Hotel Alpha.
Good evening,
It's the Griffin 26 Fox Charlie, just left Hampton, level 140.
Griffin 26 Foxtrot Charlie, line of control, hello. Descend flight level 80, level by Timber.
Hey, there. Level Timber, Fox 26 Fox Charlie.
LM 1001, tower 118.505, good day.
118.505, KLM 1001, take
Very
care.
close to me.
You do, Golf Lima Oscar, Monarch Unicom 1228, good day.
Over to Unicom. Thanks for your help. Golden Oscar.
My pleasure. Speedbird 703, climb now, flight level 150.
Flight level 150, speed sensor.
Right, there we are. We're on to Unicom. Let's climb up to flight level 360. So we'll set 360, if I can do it without flying past it. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Slowly, slowly, catch a monkey. And flight level change. And speed 165. We'll increase the torque now. Oops. Whoa. We're going to damage the engine that way. Congratulations, Captain Smith. You have well and truly damaged the engines. There is traffic everywhere. And we're still... Oops. So I'm interested. Let's have a look and see the AFB damage 98%. It's the most damage of the health-wise. We've got damage 2% of the engine. There we go. That's better. Just bringing that back there.
That's the traffic. 2504 taking off runway 24.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's very cool. There's other things you can do. Lots of click spots on these seats. They twist as well, from what I've seen in other videos. So there's definitely a click spot for this. So that. Oh, it reclines. Oh, that's very cool. So where's the button to move, twist it around? That's the one. Oh, that's great. Look at that. Reclines. That can go up. We've got a laptop, so you can do some work. Can't click on this though. There's our telly. Folds in and out. The animation.
Lucid traffic, easy 93 Romeo X-ray, taxiing Honolulu Bravo 1 for runway 07 via Bravo. Lucid.
Very cool. See at the back. Maybe put that blind down. Look at the strobes blasting through. We also have. And I don't know if we can do this. Does the door close? Must be a closing door for this. No, it's. But you can't really pee in private. Another cupboard. What's in this cupboard? Coats and stuff. Oh, there it is. That's the door. So it's the door. Ah, it's that. That's the door. So we've got a door here because indirect light. Interesting. I want some privacy, so I'm going to close this door because we've got a toilet. Lovely leather seated toilet. Even use the bins. How nice. I'm just going to turn the cabin light and see what does that light do. Perhaps the crew. So indirect light off. This one. I see the big light. That's the big light for the toilet. That's very cool. It's very cool. Ooh. We have got a little bit of weather on the weather radar there as well. Oops. Got more trolleys, trays for. Got a cupboard here we can open up for Blue Tipper coffee. We've got cups and stuff, serviettes, ooh, cutlery. Plates. More sugary snackos. water. Cans of pop. Smoked bacon jerky. And there's the good stuff. Whiskey, Joe Bloggs. Classic brand. Blankets or soap or towels. Let's have a look here. What about this one's the same. Or a torch. Tissues, more torches and things.
Luton traffic, EZ93, Romeo X-ray, airborne from runway 07, passing 2100 feet, just calling 5000, match 2, Charlie departure, Luton.
FS Elite, magazine, issue 5. The little torch. Ooh. I don't know about this. There's a TV up here. I don't know if anyone spotted this. It doesn't go on. That's very cool. Right, I'm just going to check my instruments here. So our torque's 89. We can push this a bit more. As long as these arrows don't go above that red line, we're okay. So just give it a little bit more beans, just to help that increase that rate of climb. Because you notice we're climbing at quite a slow speed there, 165 knots, which allows us to have a steep climb, but we're not really making any progress here. Still got an hour and 44 minutes before we arrive. That will change once we re-arrive our cruising altitude, which we've got about 9,000 feet left to go. So we are reaching our cruise altitude, and then after once we reach there and we get the engine settled into the data I have on my that comes with in the manual, the cruise data for the cruise power. I'll cut the video a bit short, and then we'll get ourselves coming into for a landing. I may also just cut in if air traffic control come on, then if it's someone who's quite interested to hear people on the VatSim network, then I might cut to that as well. Suspecting so far, I keep going down here, apologies, I want to be here. This is really useful, I love this. So outside air temperature at the minute is -50, and the ISA, the international sort of standard atmosphere, as it were, we're +1 degree over the standard, and the charts we have in the aircraft in the manual are really, really useful, because it gives us maximum cruise power of 2000 RPM, which is just that, prop levers full maximum, and then we gauge which chart we use based upon the ISA. So we're at +2, so in a minute I'm just going to use the standard just ISA temperature. We're at 2 degrees above, 1,000 to go, and we're climbing up just under 1,000 feet per minute. That's a nice, that'll help us round us off nice and safely and smoothly. When we get to flight level 360, 36,000 feet, looking at my chart here, and we're going to go for the data, because it's not always, it goes in incremental steps in the chart, the pressure altitude. So I'm going to go for the lower one, because the temperature is -50, and I've only got -54 for flight level 350. So we're going to go with flight level 350. The engine torque we want will be 67.7. So we're pretty close to that now. So if I can just, well, I'll let the aircraft's level off first, and then we're going to set 67.7 on the torque. Alt captured, or Alt S capture, which is the altitude selected captured, and it slowly comes up. I'm just going to select very gradually, push the throttle levers forward to get to 67.7. See, as the fuel flow increases, a bit of the torque went down there as it reacts. 67.7, a little bit more. Alt holds 360 and level flight 67.7. Let's try not to overshoot. Oh, and look at that. Let's see if it settles down. Yeah, it's not settling, is it? So that means I'm going to change now. We're going to bring it down until we get into the ITT of 820. So we overshot that. There we go. Right, I'm not going to touch the levers now and see what happens once it settles in. What we should hopefully see as well is on here our expected fuel on arrival, which is increasing because our fuel flow has settled, and it's certainly a lot lower at this altitude. And I'm just clocking this traffic here. Just over 25 miles away, no factor for now. Very likely to be faster than we are. We are very slowly speeding up. 400 miles exactly to go, an hour and 20 minutes, and we should hopefully see this decrease, but this and our time of arrival decrease as well, again sooner as we speed up. We now have a bit of a headwind. It's quite a light one though, so we'll not be affected too much by that. Let's get a little peep out the front. Can we see this traffic that's ahead of us? We may be a little bit too far out to catch them. So we'll settle down our cruise there. We're not far off the 67, we're only about 2 points away from that torque that we should have for our maximum cruise power, so we're just under, which is fine. Great thing about flying up this high is we get to avoid all that weather down there. We have an accompanying traffic that is climbing. And has gone. We'll leave it there and hopefully fast forward to future me. Well, one and welcome back. It's an uneventful cruise. Our torque has ended up at 67.6. Quite nice, it did end up that way because we've now reached ISA of 0 degrees Celsius. We're just going through our pre-descent. Yeah, top of descent is within 25 miles away. There is a VNAV on this aircraft, it does follow a VNAV path. We're currently just Oban is just down there on our starboard side there. That's Oban Airport. Lovely part of the world. I tend to do quite a few videos. That's about 2 or 3 videos already I've done based around this part of the world. And a lovely place it is too. As we plan our descent, we're going to now head over to the flight management systems, the FMS here, and we are going to stick into our perf menu. We're going to get our approach initial references put in. So the wind is calm, there's no wind at all, so you put 360 at 0. Outside air temperature when we get there is -2 degrees Celsius and an altimeter of 1028, so quite high pressure, clear skies, but a very cold night down in Stornoway. Next page. This is our landing references here, all these factors put in. So a VREF of 116 and gives us a plus 10 knots. We'll have 126 as our speed. So we'll send that over to the screens, sending in process, and that's complete. And then that means our references, our speeds are now in. So to the Barrow minimums. I'm going to use my chart, which a handy dandy chart is right here next to me. We have a decision altitude of 390 feet, so we are just going to select 390 and push to select. Minimum Barrows is now in. Top of descent. Oh, we want to be going to 3,000 feet on the locator on the Stornoway VOR, so I'm just going to set 3,000. There we go. And 2,000 is our, in fact, our platform altitude. We'll be going no lower than 2,000 feet before we initiate a descent. Now, because it's only a localizer, we're only going to get information that takes us left and right on the path, but there's going to be no up and down. So we're going to have to just eyeball the approach ourselves. With the fact that the visibility is very clear, shouldn't have any issues with that. It's a good excuse to hand fly the aircraft anyway. Take it back to the cabin here. We had a bit more of a play around. We've also had dinner has been served, and they've all enjoyed that. There isn't really any way of clicking it. The only way to get rid of it is to put the table away. And since we're about to land, that's not a bad shout. VNAV path, there it is. Going to arm VNAV by pushing the VNAV button. Here we are. VNAV is now armed. Also got set on the ADF with the Stornoway NDB of 431. We're a bit far out for now to be picking that up. And here comes that VNAV path. As we start to pitch down, I'm going to slowly bring back the power levers. So we don't want to be approaching the barber pole, this big red line that's going to start to fill up our screen. Just very gently bring this power back. Shock cool any engines of any kind of sort like that. Like I said, we had no air traffic control, with just the excellent service we had in London, and it's just been Unicom all the way, and I predict it will remain that way. It's currently 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. Most people are probably out at the pub or putting a good box set on rather than sitting in front of their computers flying a fake plane, or in fact controlling fake planes. So we're about 100 miles away, and at this speed, that's going to be about, well, going to be more like 20 minutes before on the grounds. And we've got an ETA of 20 past 8, so 15 to 20 minutes. We will be slowing down, so it's not an overly accurate ETA there. Now we don't need to tune in the localizer frequency. That auto tunes itself eventually when it knows. We'll keep an eye on that, but it should do that by itself. Enable next altitude. That's probably because it thinks we're going to be too fast and too high. So I'll just give you a little preview as well of the sounds without the cancellation in it. I keep it on. Look at the state of the health. Whoops. See, that's all that over torquing and too much ITT burning the insides out of the engine. That's what'll do it. So careful, kids, don't do that. So there's a repair engines thing there. I put this on. It makes it much easier to hear air traffic control. I really like it when developers put this in, implement this into their product. I've realised, I've only recently learned that there is a headphones simulation shortcut that you can use as part of the default flight simulator, and the default key bind for that is the backwards slash. I've only recently used that in the black square Duke because that is incredibly loud, but the sounds are absolutely amazing. Good old Boris Audio Works. But trying to hear air traffic control is a bit of a nightmare, and I like cranking the volume up to full. But to the detriment of being able to hear air traffic control, I've had to turn it off. So anyway, we haven't got any air traffic control currently. So if I take this off, this is what the engines, the cab sounds and things will sound like. Go in the back. It's pretty good. After a while, that can start to get your ears ringing a bit. So, it just takes that edge off of buzzsaw, if you like, of those propellers. I have just realised that I may have been using my mouse to point at things and forgetting that I may have turned that feature off, so I can see myself circling things and pointing it, but in the video you may not. I'll try and change that for next time. Hoping to get a couple more videos, 1 or 2 maybe, done within the next couple of weeks. I've got a work holiday coming up, and I'm looking forward to getting a bit more content put in to keep us going. Maybe some VFR, especially up here while we're in Scotland currently, around the Highlands and the Shetlands and the Isles, and maybe a couple of other separate things. There's a lot of aircraft in my virtual hangar, some little unspoken gems, and particular aircraft that I don't see many people playing around with, but are actually really good products and well worth a shout. A few have had updates as well, just bringing better systems into line, flies, handles better, fewer bugs. So I've got a bit of a sort of pick and mix of things I can choose from. I've had to write a list of aircraft. One particular one I do want to get out is flying. It's from FS Reborn. It's the TL3000. It's an ultralight, a microlight. It's been designed as a nice cruiser. So I'm hoping to take that one out for a little outing and showcase a little bit of that, get it out there. Taking full advantage of what I have, my setup currently, my hardware, I am using my Turtle Beach yoke with the corresponding thrust levers, which I've got set up with a turboprop settings. I've got the condition levers, I've got prop levers, and the Cessna sort of pull and push levers as well, plungers. So I've got them set up. Just in the lull, while we're waiting for that all ever exciting Airbus A350 to come from Inibills, where I will be swapping back to my Airbus setup. And we can see there, that's our auto tuning the localizer, and it's just finding the frequencies, finding the course to be taking, selecting. We've gone for runway 18, runway 18. We'll be going up and around and in on the airport. This airport, Stornoway, is a freeware on flightsim.to. So we're below flight level 100. We are now at 245, so we're below that 250, and we're just waiting for this barber pole that's going to come crashing down. There's a speed that we cannot exceed. If we do, we get a bit of a warning. So a whistling klaxon goes off. Bring this altitude down now to 2,000 feet, so the airport in sight. Heading sync bug is always worth pushing now and again. Let's get the seatbelt signs on. Recognition light on. Which seems to bleed into the cabin. Turn the cabin light off now as well. – 240 knots, coming in at a nice speed now, just gently slowing down. Get the hydraulics on. Ready for geared extension. There we are. So there's the speed. It just instantly comes down. So I'm just going to slow us down a little bit more. What I will do is just stay on this current heading. So push sync, heading, and we're now going to go for our preset of lock 1. There we go. 177 is the course, so 357 is correct. So we're going to change that now to 177. And that's set. I'm wondering if I can get this to work now. Is it going to do it? No, that. Yeah, it doesn't do it. Shame. Never mind. Let the land lights on. We're going to listen for the hydraulics because or actually it comes out, it extends underneath here. We get to hear the motors running when we put the land lights on. There we go. We're going to make a radio call now as well. There's nobody in the area, but good practice. Stornoway traffic, Golf Lima Oscar, downwind, left hand for runway 18. There we go. Just in case somebody's here. And because I've already set it in the FMS, if I push the barrow button, it sets automatically to 1028. Now I'm just going to double check that's still it is indeed the QNH. Now we're going to change this now to vertical speed and just bring the nose up, just help the slowing down. We're in no rush. Just making sure everything is on 0.9 correct. 110.9. It's been manually selected. Got 1,000 to go. Just going to bring the vertical speed to 1,000 feet a minute. It helps slow us down. so we're not going to be crashing in through that thing. So the wind's at 0 knots, and you can tell, look at that, barely spin around on the windmills there, those turbines. Okay, so flap extends 170. We have middle, so we've got a little while to wait. So on the speed tape you do get references to come in, which is very helpful. And levelling off. Alt capture. I'm going to start my heading turning in now on a base leg. My heading sort of direct to the centre fix. While we turn, that G-force will help to slow us down. There, the speed trend is coming down over there. When we get below the mid, that's when we can put the flaps at the middle position. Even more, 240, just to round things up a bit. In fact, 235 would be perfect. And then 180, takeaway 3, 177, so takeaway 3 again, 1, 2, 3. Done. A good intercept. Push the nav button, which the localizers are armed. Remember, we have no glide slope information. When we get to 6.1 nautical miles, we're going to start our descent. We'll just eyeball it. You can see that there's some pappies there, so 2 whites, 2 reds, what we're looking for. For my liking, I want to bring that speed down even more. It needs to be configured just before we reach that glide path intercept. 6.1 miles. Capturing the localizer. And we're just getting below that mid, flaps mid. There we go, there's a white, there's a red. 6.1's coming up very, very soon. We'll have the gear down now. Auto feather. Armed and flaps down. Autopilot off. Start that descent. We're 5 miles. Stornoway traffic, Golf Lima Oscar, 5 mile final, runway 18. Get that trim nose up. So we can keep that descent. And look, no wind vectors. It's lovely still air. So it looks like we've got 2 whites, 2 red. What we'll do is turn the flight directors off. If we reactivate them, there we go, roll the pitch. So we have to go around. We're certainly set for it. So we've got gear down, flaps down, indicators, and showing down there as well. Now we're going to see what I mean when we get to touchdown, depending on how well I can put it in, how the nose wheel will just slam into the deck. Not like that, it's so stable. In fact, I'm going to just bring the controls up to see if will it see my inputs. Just keep an eye Nice and steady. Small little movements. Tiny corrections. Keeping that 2 whites, 2 red. Speed is just hovering above where I want it to be. Just bring that torque lever down a bit more, power lever stern. Trim up a bit, help with that. Minimums continue. We are, I have to say, they're probably most established on any final I've ever been on. Right. What we're going to do now is make sure I don't bugger up the landing. It's a very strange strobe effect going on down there. Try and ignore that. Okay, and I'm just going to idle the thrust. See if we can just float it in and just watch this nose wheel. Kadoomf, there you go. Right, beta prop. And we'll come off at the next taxiway. It slows down very, very quickly. Whilst I bring the prop down, I'm going to bring it to ground idle. There we go. Let's remove this just for now. Don't need that. Slightly more reverse prop. And cautionary is the prop. Pitch. Okay. I've got steer taxis now on the screen. I've got it on the auto, so there is a button on the yoke you have to push to change whether you steer from taxi, which gives you much more steering authority, and takeoff, which just gives you a very limited amount. So you don't just sort of stick your left foot down and go fly into the ditch. Okay, so a taxi light, we'll turn the strobes off, recognition lights off as well. Let's make an announcement. Stornoway traffic, runway vacated. There we go. Job's good. In order to save a bit of wear on the brakes, and not that it's particularly simulated here, but we'll just use a bit of beta prop just to keep ourselves from flying away really on the ground. This thing taxis very quickly, and that's even in ground idle. When this thing goes into max RPM, it goes very fast. You can very easily get out of control. So we're going to taxi. I mean, I don't know where the private aircraft would taxi to, but I'm going to take us to the main apron because that's where the terminal is, and why not? That's where all the interesting stuff is. There's a little apron here, but on our right. But yeah, I'm not sure we can see anything. Oh, look, see, there's a little twin turbo, twin prop there. Up the hill. Past the fire station. This is a freeware scenery. I think it's Scott Flight does it. The same person does Oban as well. Quite a few of the Scottish airports around the Scottish Islands too. Definitely worth checking out. Highly recommend. Especially because it's free and they spent a lot of time doing it. So it's very impressive. Right, just going to find somewhere to park. Somewhere randomly on the apron. There's a private jet up there. Let's turn in here. Bit of beta prop again. Let's pull up to the main door. Why not? Royalty. Let's have flaps up. Something I keep forgetting to do in this thing. Oh, let's get it right to the door. Yeah. Nice. Stop there. Parking brake on. Let's put the light on. Cabin and us. Taxi off. That's the flaps up now. Okay, bleeds off. Hydraulics off, don't need them anymore. Now that's something as well, when I do autopilot disconnect, as it should, it puts that down, but I need to push it again to redo it. So if you're going to do 2 sectors in one go, you might find on your second departure that the autopilot's just not engaging, and through a bit of troubleshooting I realised that was still down. It would not connect. So flying into land, disconnect autopilot, like an Airbus, you just do it to cancel it, stick that back on again. I think that's because it's a toggle autopilot master rather than select or deselect the autopilot. Okay, so let's go in here and run standby now. We don't need to be transmitting squawking anyway now. Auto feather off. It's going to work our way through here. So let's have the emergency power unit off. Avionics we can take off now actually. Static heats off. And it's coming down here, so we're going to have gens off, fuel pump off. It's been at least a couple of minutes. Going to bring cutoff to the left engine so that we could open the door. Ooh, let's have the this back on as well, and then finally we'll turn off the right engine. Oop. Interesting sounds going on there. Gens off, yeah, definitely off. Off. Let's turn position light off as well. And the final thing to do is turn off the battery. Well, there we go. There we have it. Lovely little easy flight from... where do we go from? Southend to Stornoway. Step outside. Oop. Look at that. Oop. Floating cases. Cool little plane. Really cool. Well done FlightFX for this super duper stuff. I've always seen their products and been on the sidelines whether I wanted to buy any. There's the Honda jet. There's also the Cirrus jet as well, which for me I was like, oh, it was a funky looking little plane. I was never really quite a fan of it. It's not particularly fast. And it's all lots of screens, but I think I quite enjoy a good analog screen, but I'm slowly warming to these like G1000 screens. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me along this little trip, and for getting a tiny little bit of VatSim in there too. I'd sort of started making content in order to sort of debrief myself on my radio communications and radio telephony and stuff. So I'll be doing that again as I always do, but we didn't really get much of it today, just a little bit in London, courtesy of Sam down there. It was brilliant, thank you very much. Hopefully, see you quite shortly in something maybe a bit, not quite as fast as this, and something a little bit smaller. Thank you very much. If there's anything you spotted that I didn't do very well or didn't do right, particularly procedures in this aircraft, because I mean this was the third flight today in this one, do let me know. Always like learning new things about certain things. It might have been a feature that I had completely forgot about, I hadn't spotted, and was able to showcase. Loads of cool things coming with this plane though. They're still updating it. There's still little bits and bobs and a couple little bugs to sort out. But it seemed to be pretty flawless for today's flight, which I was really pleased with. Anyway, before I travel on and bore you to death, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for joining me. See you soon.